Hi, today we are going to see how to make an IoT based weather station for agriculture. If you have a farm or simple pot like this, you can implement it too. So without any further ado, let's get started. But before that, a small disclaimer, we are in the middle of the pandemic and we are on the shortage of the components. So if you want to make this circuit, you might be doing some changes that will be mentioned in the video. What are we gonna do in this project? Well, don't worry, I'll guide you through. We'll be using ESP32 as our main microcontroller, and along with that we'll be using a capacitive soil sensor. Why capacitive? Don't worry. Check the videos in the description below. Along with that we'll be needing a temperature sensor. We are using BMP280, but if you can, please use DHT22 or BME280 because it's got that extra humidity, You can also add an MQ sensor. In case a fire broke out or just to measure flammable gases, we are using MQ9. Also add a relay module to switch on and off a motor and a buzzer. We don't have a motor or a buzzer, but hey, we still got the relay though. An SD card module, a few capacitors, a few resistors, 7805 regulator, a lithium ion battery, and a charging circuit. Charging circuit? For what? Oh yes, I forgot to mention, we'll be installing this outside, so we are going to need solar power. And what better option than Loom solar panel? Let me guide you through. It comes in a good packaging, packed in a bubble wrap and a cardboard. Wait until this fella opens the box. Until then, we'll see some cinematic shots. Finally, he opened it. It comes with a warranty card, a separate notch or connectors, its specification. It's also portable and has a sleek design. God, I love this panel. To test this panel, we went on the rooftop. We hooked the wires and we got around 20-22 volts, which seems to be good, or should I say better than good. The short circuit current seems to be fine. It takes time to rise, So we'll connect the output of solar panel to the charger circuit, right? Wrong. We'll need to lower the voltage, so we'll be going to the rooftop again. Mr. Loom panel is resting in the sun and is giving the output of 20 volts, and after the interface, the output is 5 volts. Now Mr. Loom panel is resting in the shadow, and the output is still 5 volts. Kudos to regulator and panel. Enough about the power, let's get back to the circuit. I finally connected the circuit on the breadboard, now let's test it out. For demonstration purpose, I'll be testing the circuit in the home itself. Now all the sensors are interfaced, the relay is off. When I put my sensor in the dry soil, the soil moisture seems to be 0%. So the relay will be turned on for some time and off. And if the digital pin of MQ9 turns high, the relay turns high too. Thankfully, the relay is not turned on, all thanks to the low methane level. The module will search for the Wi-Fi. After taking the reading, the module will establish the connection with the ThingSpeak, which by the way is an awesome cloud platform. Don't know about it? Don't worry, check the links in the description below. The data is uploaded and check the time, it matches, and the relay turns on too, and the controller will sleep for 5 minutes. That was about the dry condition. Now let's check about the wet condition. So now I'll be pouring some water in my pot and I'll be placing my soil moisture sensor in the pot. Now let's check the serial monitor. Oh, the controller seems asleep. I'll reset the controller. After resetting, it will connect to the Wi-Fi, and yeah, there you go. The soil moisture content is 80%. This moisture value along with the temperature, pressure, altitude and CH4 will be uploaded to the ThingSpeak. After its upload, it will go back to the sleep. It will wake up after 5 minutes and it will continue the cycle. Let's see the code, shall we? We'll be using the Arduino IDE. It doesn't matter what kind of version that you use. You just need these boards and these libraries installed. I've created the separate header files for each individual sensor. The header files include necessary functions for the respective sensor. Here's the MQ9 file, carrying all the conversions. Soil moisture 1 carrying all the calibrations, BMP1 carrying its initialization and sensing functions. And here's the one that will keep your IDs and passwords secret. In the setup section, we don't do much. We define the pin mode and initialize the instance and set the Wi-Fi mode. In the loop section, I've only called the functions so that the code is well organized. You can get the code in the description below. It's well commented too. Now that we're done with everything, it's final testing time. For testing, we'll interface everything together. The panel and the circuit is outside. Sunny day, isn't it? Well, not really. But that won't be the issue. As you can see the entries on the ThinkSpeak and check out the time as well. Now sit back and enjoy the automatic entries on the ThinkSpeak. So that was the video. If you have any doubts regarding anything, just comment down below. We'll check that out. And also don't forget to check out the Loom solar panels, links in the description below. We're extremely sorry for the poor production quality of this video. Once this is over, we'll bring some awesome projects with awesome quality. The next video depends upon you. So if you found this video a little bit helpful, consider giving it a like. And even better, consider subscribing. Because if you do, then let me make another video for you. So tata, bye bye, and see you in the next video.